Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Naomi, issue number 2. This is going to take a little while to get past the first several pages because they're really tedious, but the payoff, totally worth it. All right, guys, let's get into this. So we got Brian Michael Bendis and David F. Walker on writing duties. We got Jamal Campbell on art, and he does the cover. Carlos M. Managal does the lettering. And Naomi's created by Bendis, Walker, and Campbell. Okay, so we got this guy D at the station. Go check out the last review, or actually remember the comic book that you read last week. This guy, this was a little bit annoying. It was just a recap. The mechanic D, the big, ridiculously, unrealistic sized human being. Who Naomi's standing in front of. Hey, so you just said that my birthday, the day that I was born, and blah blah blah, my parent that I was, adopted, and blah and blah. Yeah, I know. I'd rather have a recap than that. That was annoying. He doesn't say anything to her. He grabs her by the top of her head, somehow throws her out without snapping her neck. This dude is ridiculously huge, and then he closes the door, locks up shop, goes out the back, and rides his motorcycle off in the distance. And she's doing this really weird yelling face as she realizes that dinner is in 10 minutes. Okay, there's a conversation with her parents that she has, her adopted parents, where it's really long. Now, make no mistake, I love the positioning, the layouts of where the letters go, the word bubbles, all that stuff. I love the way that words sentence seems to cut off. Like, oh, they're talking, but this person was louder during this moment. So you hear this person talking, it cuts off here because this person is louder, and then stops talking, and then this person over here like raises their voice or just continues talking. This person over here jumps in, and you'll see the skipping of words, and it's like it is a jumble. It is very hard to read. But if you put yourself into that mindset where everybody's talking at once, and you're only going to pick out certain, oh, I got this part of what he said, this part of what she said, this little bit of what she said, and yeah, that's what it feels like, and it does a really good job of that. It's annoying, especially if you've got kids and you're just so sick of that, because I read this in the sound of a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old boy's voices, and I'm just like, oh, God, and then, my wife yelling at them also, and I'm just over in here, like, this is supposed to be my time to chill. You're supposed to have the kids right now, okay? And all I'm hearing is all this yelling. This stuff doesn't happen when I'm parenting, okay? Just it's not fair. It's not fair. I should get twice the downtime since I only get half as much relaxation during it. Anyway, it's just... So all that being said, I have got to give more credit than probably... I'm putting this in... I don't have a top 10 list. I don't do top 10 lists. But if I did, this would be in it, and it would probably be ranked pretty high. You see, she's at home. All of these panels go this way. Okay, you read the whole thing at once. But she's listening to Dad and Mom talking. Is it... That looks like by the hands it's Dad and Mom. Yes. Dad and Mom talking, whatever. They're still talking. She's barely got anything to say until the very end, but you can actually see she's separating herself, and there's more black, there's more darkness as the conversation continues because she's kind of drowning them out. And she's just kind of in her own world when she's finally ready to ask a question, and she feels so small in the conversation because she just wants to know something. And then all of a sudden, like, you look at the layouts of the panels here, and it just goes regular. Just read it straight down. And all of it is just she asks a question, and that question turns into 40 questions from her parents. Well, why would you ask that question? Well, and then she answers that question. Well, why would you ask about that though? Why would you ask, be curious about that? She answers that question. Oh, well, why would he say something like that? It's all of this was just a simple question, and they couldn't answer the question. They need the background, the context of everything. So as far as I'm concerned, everybody's lying. The parents are lying through their teeth. I'm probably right on this. It'd be really boring if I were wrong, right? Regardless, it feels like they're lying because they're being evasive. They're trying to get as much information as they get. Basically, so where were you on the night of the 5th? Why would you ask that? A policeman would say, I'm asking the questions. But a kid who's talking to their parents, adopted parents, whatever, hey, where were you on the, where were you guys last night? Why would you ask that? Well, because Tina said they saw you down by the, the mall. What? Why was Tina out that late anyway? Where were you? Weren't you at home? Well, no, I was, and no, Tina was out with her parents. Well, did her parents see us? Because, that's just really weird. Are you sure it was us? Is she sure it was us? Well, yeah, she said, saw mom's bag and blah, blah, blah. Well, lots of people have this bag. I don't understand. Why don't you just answer the goddamn question? So all of this feels like it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? The comic book goes on. Again, straight down, but the panels are much larger this time because now everything's starting to be cleared up. Oh, there are lies coming in. But she, Naomi feels a lot better about what's being said because there's a whole bunch of reassurance. We love you. We wouldn't keep anything from you. Lies. And then just, a little bit of isolation, boom, big panel there. And everything just kind of veers off into whatever at that point. Now, here's where I start to have problems. We go into an ad. We turn the page and we have this big image, which doesn't seem to make any kind of sense whatsoever. This is Superman, apparently at Iron Heights, whatever. Definitely fighting some Central City, right? Yeah, Central City, where the Flash is. Fighting some bad guys in that general vicinity. Then we go right into this gigantic advertisement for the Super Sons book, which is coming out in 2 months or so. So we went from... Look at this. We went from a whole bunch of story, a whole bunch of whatever, blah, 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 to an advertisement, a big double-page spread that doesn't seem to make any sense, to this damn thing. I'm freaking turning the pages again, and it's like, okay, finally, a little bit of story. Let's talk about the story. Okay, blah, blah, blah. They're talking, they're advertising, they're like, whatever, and all of a sudden, what the frick is this? What the frick is that? What does this mean? This isn't the picture they were just looking at. There's another picture. What does this mean? Oh, I gotta turn the page and find out. Oh, God damn it! Another freaking advertisement. Look, I'm just saying, and look, and then you get one more page with a little bit of roundup and another damn advertisement. And realistically, it's for Detective Comics issue number 1000, which we just had a freaking double page spread about anyway. What the heck? You think I'm going to forget? Oh, because it's annoying, so I'm going to turn the page and get away from it. Oh, damn it. Detective Comics 1000 again. I'm actually starting to get pissed off at Detective Comics 1000 at this point because, shut up. I get it. And then you got, what, 2 more... Can't just, go through all the pages like that. You got 4 more, another advertisement for a really awesome book right there. Go check out the review at least so you know that you should be buying this book, Wonder Twins. It was freaking amazing. But anyway, you get the follow-up here. I like what happened at the end because it seems a little weird that he would yell. I get into confrontations, pretty much all the time because I live on the outskirts, the suburbs of a big city, all right? Every time I go into the big city, you're going to get into a confrontation with someone. Somebody's just going to be whatever, and if you're not a meek person, I'm a very class A, type A kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Type A personality. I will stand my ground. I'm not going to just, run away, okay, I'm sorry I bothered you, but that's not me. I'm not meek. I'm simply not. I try to be humble, but meek is a different thing. So if somebody, gives me an attitude, I'm going to stand up and be like, I'm sorry. What? Are you okay? Are you well? Have you taken your meds today? That's something I get from the Brits, the British people I've met, have you taken your pills? I love that. So just, have you taken your meds today? Are you sure? Would you like me to? Is someone missing you right now? Say that's the kind of thing I'll do. I'll make fun of somebody. Or if somebody's, antagonized me or something like that, I'm not subtle. I will say, excuse me, I'm going to need you to shut up because you're actually bothering me right now. You're following me. I'm walking this way and you were walking that. Now you're following me. I don't want to have a conversation with you. Stop antagonizing me. Stop stalking me. Shut up. Walk away. Or we're going to have a problem and I'm going to leave you to deal with the police. Try stalking them. Dude, this is my phone. Are we still going to have this damn conversation? I don't broke nonsense from people. I don't have time for nonsensical human beings who need to understand the basics of social human convention. That's something you should have learned when you were a kid. Okay, that's something bad parenting. All right. And one of the main reasons why I don't like to get into big conflicts with people is because I am 6'5". I am effing huge. I'm not like, big man. No, not like that. But seeing someone tall, having to look up at someone, I understand that's intimidating. Because the rare occasions I have to do it, I'm like, hey, you a big mother effer. Like, I'm a big mother effer, and you bigger than me. Damn. So that's a like when Fluffy says it, Gabriel Iglesias, damn. I can't do it like that, but go check out one of those sound bites. But yeah, I'm a big guy, plus big wild beard and crazy hair. I get it. I can be intimidating. I don't try to be intimidating, but I can be intimidating, especially if I'm mad. I put on an angry face or something like that. So I try to avoid conflicts like that. This dude, he seems like he's a little out there, all right? I don't know what the proper terminology for this is. I'm a stupid Gen Xer, and I don't know what millennials and people like that think that we're supposed to properly say. So mentally handicapped, in need of mental assistance. I don't know what it is without offending anybody. Sorry. I'm very left to the rest of the world, it seems, but there's some things I'm not too damn far left where I'm gonna be butthurt over somebody using a word that doesn't quite jive. Anyway, he seems to be mentally handicapped. Okay, he seems to be that type. That being that would maybe give a proper excuse for him screaming in her face in the middle of the night. She just broke into his place, and he's he goes from can I have that? Seriously, it's like the only one I have. Now, mind you, we also just found out that this guy was from Iron Heights Penitentiary. Oh, goddamn. That's not the name of the surrounding, that's the name of the island where the prison is, and there's not really anything else on the island. So the Flash every so often goes back and all my rogues are in, most of my rogues are in Iron Heights Penitentiary. Good job, Flash. If only we could do the same with Batman and his guys, right? Anyway, this guy is huge. He seems to be a little out there, and he has almost bipolar mood swings. All right, granted, someone just entered into his home, but yeah, he kind of flipped out on her. Now, why do I say all this stuff? Because she yells right back at him. That takes a lot of chutzpah. That takes a lot. Holy crap. If I saw a guy that big, and it's different for guys than women. Women usually have the idea, unfortunately, I taught women, women's self-defense for 18 months or so. I know. Women will usually get into conflicts that men would be like, no man has a qualm about hitting another man. There are many men who have qualms with hitting women. I happen to be one of them. But, most of us were raised with the idea, you can fight a guy. Don't you ever raise your hand to a girl. Don't hit her. Don't even raise your hand to a woman. You know what I'm saying? So, I get it. It's easier for her to raise her voice back to this guy. But given the situation, a guy this big, as much as I know about the martial arts, military background, big as I am, I'd be like, I'm so sorry I broke into your home, sir. Please don't beat me to a pulp. I'd be scared. I'm just saying, I may poop in my pants. It could happen. It's a natural, somehow that's going to be a defense, the smell just makes them go, I'm going to kill, you're going to wash yourself first, and then I'm going to pummel you. The bathroom's that way, man. And that's my chance to drop trowel, literally, and run. You know what I'm saying? Run like a penguin with a big load in my pants. I'm just saying, man, I would be booking. That guy is terrifyingly huge. I may have mentioned that before, but she just screams right back in his face, and there is no fear, because this guy apparently has answers. She may have found a picture that will help with uncovering her background. More specifically than just her background, it very specifically says for the next issue, the secret history of the DC Universe. You know, Mr. Bendis and everybody else who was involved in this wonderful Wonder Comics presentation, I really didn't need any more reason to read issue number 3. And now you're just making me angry that I have to wait another month or so to see that issue. I mean, like, at this point, God damn it, it just went on my pull list, man. Like that, I can't take the chance. And I get there before the comics go on the shelves, bruh. I'm there before the comics even hit the shelves. That's me. All right? And I'm just like, I ain't taking the chance. I ain't taking the chance. Oh, I can always get it digitally. But there's some comics you want in those bins. So, yeah, I'm nervous about missing the next issue at this point. That's how good this issue was. Again, you got to get through the crap in the beginning. But just a couple pages in, oh crap, and all the freaking annoying ads. That's what I'm saying. As crappy as all those ads in the beginning was, this ending was so serious. Damn. So, what else do you need? Go buy the freaking book if it's still on the shelves. Hope that you saw this review before your next door neighbor did, because he might get the last one. All right, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.